Pick the men that you open your legs to. You do not pick the man that goes down on one knee.
Man will f any woman, but who he marries is one who gives him a capitalistic advantage. A lover is fun. A wife is a business decision.
You don't. So you can make your choices and be free-willed and live up your best city girl life all you want, yeah? But at the end of it, you're not the one that's going to choose whether you're worth to be married or not. So I suggest you actually listen to men when they say what they want to marry.
A man will tell you exactly what they want from you. The problem is most of you are not listening. When a man is speaking, whether it's verbally or non-verbally, listen. Stop trying to rewrite and decode what it is that he is saying. He said what he said, he meant what he said, and you need to take heed.
Recent stats from Black demographics show us that Black American women have more kids than Black American men. Specifically, Black American women have 1 million more kids than Black American men.
God damn!
Now, what is this revealing? It's suggesting a few things. It's suggesting that Black American women are having kids with men of other races.
Mom, Black. Dad, Indo, Guyanese.
And it's also suggesting that Black American women, that a majority of Black American women are having kids with a small minority of Black men. Likely both are true, but nevertheless, it's really interesting to see what's actually going on, what the stats are actually showing us.
Which one is significantly more? If a man sleeps with 100 women, can he settle down? I would argue still probably. But if a woman sleeps with 100 men, she can't.
Why does a man who sleeps around, why does he get praised? And why does a woman who sleeps around get shafted? Well, there's a reason. If gold was everywhere on the street, would it be as valuable? No. Things that are scarce, things that are hard to acquire, are valuable. You as a woman, I don't care if you're 400 pounds or a goddamn model. If you go to a bar right now and raise your hand and say, I'm down to sleep with anyone here, you could sleep with 10 guys in that fucking hour, right? Men can't do that. 30% of men in New York haven't slept with someone in the past year. Okay?
Yeah.
Men care about quantity. Women care about quality.
But to the point, right? It's 80% of women who are out here doing these things. It's 5 to 10% of men who are sleeping with them. But they are running through the 80% of women, and now they are disqualifying them from being good wives. So it first needs to start. It first needs to start.
Open their legs.
Hold them accountable. The women are opening their legs. You just said that women control sex. How are the 80% of men just running through these women?
Women are the gatekeepers to sex. If it's
the gatekeepers
they're the
of
gatekeeper.
bearing a child or the gatekeeper of sex.
The gatekeeper to sex. So as men, right, we have to get consent. If a woman has a large body count, she's consented to having a lot of sex. Granted, the man has consent too, but they're the gatekeepers. If you just letting everybody through the gate, you're a freak body, and who wants that?
The accountability needs to start with women and locking that down and not doing that, right? So then the 5 to 10% of men who are running have no place to go, right? That is where the
There's no accountability.
That's where it shifts.
It's all the accountability because all the women are sleeping with that 5 to 10%.
Yeah,
so women need the accountability. No, I'm sorry. The majority of men do not have those options. That's not. If 80% of women are choosing these 5 to 10%, ma'am, you have not you, sweetheart. I'm just talking in general. No, when I say ma'am, I'm just talking. So I'm just saying, like, how are we going to blame men when it's 5 to 10% that's getting 80% of the women out here?
If anything, it's kind of your fault that I'm here.
It's us women, 5 to 10% of women. We're choosing to sleep with those 5 to 10% men. Let them go off and do their thing. But we have women in mass, the majority of women that are giving themselves to these low quality Tyrones, Pookies, and Ray Rays that don't care when there's good men that are right around you, but you don't want him because he's corny.
I'm going to say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough to stay in a relationship with them.
But when I say a good man, I mean like he's good. That means all around. That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically.
That's great.
Healthily, like he's a good man.
That doesn't mean that he's the man for you. And maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't fuck with his humor. Like, he could be funny, but
and
he's not funny.
And that's why a lot of modern women are getting 40 with 4 cats and no man, because he's a good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out.
I'll be a mom before I'll be a wife.
Really? That is very interesting.
Wow. I just rather cater to a child than
a husband.
What? And when you're a wife, you
don't need to get married.
No, but when you just think when you're a wife, you're a mom. You still have to find time to be yourself, and I'd rather just find time to be a mom and just be myself as of right now.
Okay.
And
well, I get it.
It's just I'd rather be a mom right now. So
that's a very interesting point of view.
Yeah.
No, I get the take. I respect.
That makes no sense.
I gotta hear why you said no first.
Just no, I don't want to get married. I hear a lot of bad stories.
So you never heard any good stories?
No.
You never heard no good stories about marriage?
No.
You want children?
I got 2 daughters.
You got 2 daughters.
This is the deal. Whoever can spell KFC right can get KFC, okay?
Yeah!
Okay. Hold on. Joe first. Spell KFC.
It's right.
You got 10 seconds.
KFC.
Okay, your turn. Spell KFC.
CAS. No, not this.
No, I want. No, not your turn. Spell KFC.
It's like, why do people prioritize having kids before being married? Like,
Don't you think a man in the household would be the complete package for your situation?
Sometimes the one you married ain't even a complete package. You can have a whole wife and kids, and then it wasn't even a fuck it.
I just can't see how people were prioritizing having a child before being married. Like, that's the same cycle we've been in, and that's the same cycle that's continued to hold us back.